Good morning guys, this is Kimi Yanks and welcome to the Sunday of the Belgian Grand Prix weekend. Well, the time right now is about 7:35 and I'm just about to head out to the circuit for the activities and the main event of the day, that is the Formula 1 Grand Prix. Well, yesterday I came back to the hotel quite late. I was here at around almost midnight, actually 11:35, yeah. But that was a long, actually I left the circuit at around 10 and that was the longest I've ever been at any Formula 1 track in the history of my traveling. So a lot of cardio, a lot of walking and a lot of selfies. You guys will be able to see all that in the Saturday vlog. Unfortunately I was not able to cover a lot of things in the Saturday vlog because I was busy getting signatures and getting selfies and was out and about all the time and never really got the opportunity to share with you guys some more snippets and contents from the Saturday. Unfortunately, the second pit lane walk got cancelled due to the crashes and barrier repairs that had to happen in the support race events, and I was actually not able to make it in time for the third pit lane walk from the fan zone, where I was invited by Spa Grand Prix to collect my prize for posting one of the selfies that got selected by the circuit organizers as the selfie of the day. Unfortunately, I was not able to find the fan zone help desk booth in time, and they've asked me to come back again today after the Grand Prix. I'm actually speaking to them if I can come in sooner or in the morning so that it saves me time. You know, it's quite a long commute from the Paddock Club area to the fan zone. It's near Eau Rouge and Radion. Anyways, that being said, it's about time that we head out now, and it's going to be one long day. The Paddock Club actually opens at 8:30, so I want to be there as early as possible. It was quite a struggle to wake up in the morning, but yes, this is the last day and we have to maximize everything from the weekend, and I hope to bring you some good content this Sunday. Hopefully I'll be able to do justice, and yeah, keep following me and thanks for all the support. And yeah, this is going to be the Sunday vlog from the 2022 Belgian Grand Prix. Welcome to the Sunday of the 2022 Belgian Grand Prix weekend, and this is the Ferrari F1 Club at 10 o'clock in the morning, and here we are overlooking the circuit, and it truly looks glorious. Clear blue skies, sunny weather. There is a little bit of nip in the air, but that's how Spa always is, and perfect weather conditions for racing, I guess. And we just got done with the F3 feature race, and now we'll be having the F2 feature race in about 20-25 minutes time. And soon enough you'll be able to see the cars lining up in the pit lane and then onto the grid. While this happens, I'll actually be running down into the fan zone, which is not on this side, it's on the other side of Spa and Radion, and I will also be seeing what is the exact gift that these guys are giving me for winning the selfie contest. So yes, with that said and done, it's now time to head down out of the Paddock Club into the fan zone, and I'll just show you guys a quick walkthrough of the fan zone as well once I'm there. So see you guys very shortly. Right, so before I actually step out for the fan zone tour, I just wanted to show you guys how the Paddock Club is here. So that's the entrance to the Paddock Club, and now we're going up the stairs. It's a 2-level Paddock Club, except that on level 1, which used to be the Paddock Club earlier, it's now been changed to staff dining and a place for the staff and members of the Paddock Club hospitality to sit, have their meals, socialize, and even do their official work when they need to. The Paddock Club entrance basically oversees the Lasso's hairpin, which is right there, and you can see a fair amount of gravel that's been added, which was never there before. The activities desk right there, which basically shows you all the activities that you can do for today that are there available. And then here you've got your sim racing simulators, actually a simulator, racing simulators on F1 2021. So if you want to try your hand at racing, you can do this. Here you've got some Alpha Tauri fashion displays. We've got our DJ belting out tunes. Well, not now because the Formula 2 Feature 2 race is to start. And then we've got selfie point. You've got a pizza station here. You have the official Paddock Club clothing boutique, wherein you can buy team merchandise, team wear and all that. Here you've got an ice cream station. The ice cream station is one of the best here. Of course, you're in Belgium, so the ice cream and the waffles have to be brilliant. Now as we move around, it's overlooking the paddock, the Paddock Club, and now we are going into what is called the club suite. Let me just turn that round. There you go. Yeah, there you go. And that is the club suite. One of the expert hosts walking there in front of me. These are all race car drivers who ply their trade in Europe, in many of the racing series that feature here in the continent. And yeah, as we walk through, let me also show you guys. This is another club suite section. Well, for those of you who kind of wondered, so this is actually for the Spa GP as well. You can see that that's the Spa GP booth. So the thing with the Paddock Club is, like I had said in Hungary as well, every team has its hospitality area, and if you have enough guests, you can actually have your own private suite. If you don't, then you can be part of the club suite. So almost 5 to 6 teams are actually part of the club suite, and if you are in the club suite, you actually get the opportunity of meeting some of their drivers. So it's quite an interesting prospect to be in the club suite. Further on, you've got the F1 Experiences Lounge. So this is the private space for F1 Experiences. Hi. And if you're a part of the F1 Experiences Paddock Club or the Legends package, then this is where you'll end up. Apologies. And this is McLaren's private suite right here, and right next to it we've got Ferrari, the two oldest teams on the grid, the two most successful teams on the grid, Ferrari and McLaren. And then as we keep walking, we have the home of the current world champion Max Verstappen. That's Red Bull Racing's hospitality right there. You've got artwork of Pierre, Sergio, Max, Pierre again, and then Yuki, all out there. And yes, as we move further on, let me just quickly finish before the race actually begins, the featured race. So I really want to cover this before I do that. And this is finally the Global Partner Lounge, which basically hosts guests of the official partners of Formula 1, some of which, in fact all of them you can see here: Rolex, Salesforce, Pirelli, DHL, Heineken, Crypto.com, Emirates, Aramco and MSC Cruises. So this is the Global Partner Lounge to host the guests of the Formula 1 sponsors of the sport itself. And I guess Pirelli also has its lounge here, because I can see the host of Pirelli at the desk there. Telling you guys about the fan zone, well, it is there. It's right there. That entire area is a fan zone. So once the F2 race gets underway and we are a couple of laps into it, I will actually go down and show you guys how the fan zone looks. So yes, this was a quick walkthrough of the Paddock Club itself, showing you all that is there in terms of layout, and this is how the layout of the Paddock Club is as well. So yes, anyways, more content coming your way, so watch this space. This is what I wanted to show you guys here in the fan zone. So here you can see it's a humongous fan zone with loads and loads of F1 stores all around, having everything under the sun that you can think of. And yes, there are food stations, there are beer stations, there are stations for headsets and live commentary devices. You've got essential race accessories that you need to have, like earplugs and all that kind of thing as well. And of course you've got Formula 1 official eyewear. You also have an F1 pit stop challenge. You've got the esports challenge on the far side. You've gotten the F1 Manager 2022, wherein you can actually sit and manage a team of your choice. It's a sampler because F1 Manager is the latest edition, latest offering by EA Sports to spice things up. And here we've got the AMG one. Oh, sorry, these are the AMG. The AMG one is there, but you've got the older AMG cars there. You've got the 55 years livery of AMG all here. Giving you another angle, well, that is Radion, and you can see the F2 cars making their way through Radion from Eau Rouge, and you can see these stores and stores and stores and stores galore everywhere. This is all the F1 fan zone. Huge. I think it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest. The other one that I can kind of think of is Abu Dhabi, and normally the fan zone is behind the main grandstand, bang opposite the pit lane and the Paddock Club. But here it's next to the iconic Eau Rouge and Radion section, and why not? Because that's where it should be. So yeah, I mean, you have the DJ playing his tunes. I'm sure I'll be getting a content ID claim on YouTube for this, but anyways. Yeah, and yes, this is, you also have some more stores on the far side there. You actually have an F1 print store wherein you can get yourself some high-end artwork and prints, which is nice to know. And of course, there has to be a line outside Ferrari. You cannot be, I mean, there is no one who does not love Ferrari. Everyone is a Ferrari fan, even though they might not admit it. So anyways, so guys, this was quite a big section of the fan zone that I tried to show you guys. I'm also quite intrigued by this stand here, which kind of looks out of place, but I guess they have a very good view of Radion. And as I'm walking away from the F1 store, I mean the F1 fan zone and the F1 store here, it's now time to just turn around and show you guys how big this F1 village actually is. Look at this, absolutely stunning. No words, literally. This is beautiful, you know. This is what Europe is all about. The F1 vibe in Europe is completely different. Nothing can compare to what Formula 1 in Europe is, and that is why it is paramount and absolutely imperative that Liberty Media keeps this track on the calendar, not just in the way that what it offers to the fans, but also in terms of the racing history and the beauty of the track in general, along with its location. So I really hope, and I pray and I request FOM and the Liberty Media to do whatever is necessary and whatever is right and keep this track on the calendar. Yes, Formula 1 has to go global. Yes, it has to have a global footprint, but then we cannot lose the essence and the spirit of racing and the soul of racing, which is at circuits like these on the F1 calendar. Okay guys, here we are in the F2 support race paddock again, and look at this, absolutely stunning cars, vintage, and they are going to be used for the drivers' track parade. So you can see the names of the drivers written on the top. That's George Russell's car there, and this is going to be the custom, as always is, before every race, that the drivers sit either in these classic cars or they actually get onto a truck and keep waving to their fans. So this is the vintage car collection, and and yeah, so beautiful. I'm just going to stay silent and keep walking through this entire length of cars that are lined up here. Obviously it isn't an easy place to navigate through because it's quite tight out here, but we've got cars all ready to go, and yeah, this is where the support race cars, the sport race paddock actually enters the main circuit and then gets onto the start finish straight. So this is from where all the F3, the F2 cars, the Porsche cars actually make their way onto the track. So as I walk back, I'm actually waiting for Jack Doohan to congratulate him for his F2 feature race win. Brilliant start from P4 up into P2, and then he extended his stint. Brilliant strategy again from Uni Virtuosi to get him ahead and help him inherit the lead, which eventually saw him hold on to it and take victory. So kudos to Jack for a fine performance. So we are just 25 minutes away from lights out, and there you can see Lewis on his scooter making his way back into the Mercedes garage, and this is the grid right now. Got Sainz there with Checo P2. Alonso made his way up to P3, but Lewis at P4, Russell P5, Albon P6. That's quite an interesting lineup there. Good mix of youth and experience, and a few world champions, and 6 world. Oh, sorry, not 6. What am I saying? Got 9 world championships. And then of course you can see Seb walking down. Sebastian Vettel, his last Belgian Grand Prix. Thankfully, unlike Kimi, he will be having a full race under sunny, very pleasant weather, because last year's Belgian Grand Prix was atrocious, washed out due to poor weather. Thankfully, the Belgian Grand Prix is back for 2023, so that's brilliant news. That's great news. And yeah, this is the grid. And as always, I will be sharing the formation and the race start videos on my YouTube channel, so watch that space. So welcome to the F1 paddock here at the 2022 Belgian Grand Prix, and we are in the middle of an intensive teardown because in less than a week, in fact next weekend, we will be racing again in Zandvoort in Netherlands, Max Verstappen's home race. And since it's Zandvoort, it's a no-brainer that it's going to be an absolutely packed event, packed to the rafters, as they say. And yeah, after that we've got Monza coming up. That's Ferrari's home race, the land of the Tifosi, and Ferrari needs all the support that they can have from their fans to fight a Red Bull, which is literally winning races on a canter. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult time, but anyways, more on that later. Here we are in the F1 paddock, and like I had promised, just giving you all a very quick walkthrough. This is a 2-level paddock, unlike the one that you saw in Hungary, which was just a single level and pretty close to the Paddock Club itself. And here you can see the team motorhomes, which actually house the team's guests, the driver guests, as well as the drivers themselves on the race weekend. And here you can see the engineers' debrief rooms, and the analysts actually sit here to analyze the fuel samples, so on and so forth. So this is actually a 2-level paddock. So like I said, this is a 2-level paddock, and now we are on the lower level of the F1 paddock, and here we can see the upper level. The lower level, as I said, is used for hosting the team's guests and the driver's guest, while the upper level is used by the engineers, the teams that actually analyze post-race data. So the drivers actually head up there for their debriefs, post-session debriefs. So yes, that is how the F1 paddock is laid out here in Belgium. Guys, I wish I could do something more. If I can, I will, but right now I just need to go and try and get myself some selfies, as well as some signatures for some very special people. So ciao, and hopefully I'm able to shoot some more in some more time. So guys, I've got a piece of not so good news. I actually dropped my memory mic, which means that I'm left with my phone mic to work with. I need to go back to Hasselt tonight, and then probably look for an electronic store there in the morning to see if I can get a replacement unit, or probably some other product to aid my future travel. But yes, I don't know how I dropped my memory mic, but I did. So back to the phone video and phone shooting for now. A big thank you to Ferrari. I actually did get myself these VIP passes. I mean, this VIP pass towards the end of the race, so I did get the opportunity to go to the podium celebration, as well as see the Parc Ferme interviews, while at the same time I was able to go into the paddock and meet some drivers, get some selfies, do the Paddock Tour, as you guys are aware from the previous segment, and at the same time also get a few signatures for some special people. So anyways, this is the end of the 2022 Belgian GP weekend. It's always a sad sight to say goodbye to Formula 1. It's the most exciting part of any holiday, and I mean, it is what it is. And I don't really know when I'll actually get to be at a race again. I am hoping and praying that if availability for a seat opens up in Suzuka or Abu Dhabi, then I would definitely try for it, but as of now, nothing certain. So we just have to wait and see what exactly transpires in the future. But yeah, as I make my way back to Hasselt, I will do my final conclusion video there in the comfort of my hotel room. But thank you so much to Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Thank you so much to Spa Grand Prix for the amazing gift that I got of the Alpine cap with both drivers signing it. That was a special memento that I'll have from this race. This was my 5th Belgian Grand Prix, so this track is very close to my heart, and so happy to know that Belgium makes a return to the 2023 calendar, and most definitely I will be coming back here again. This will be priority for me over every other racetrack, and yeah, thank you to Spa Grand Prix also for the t-shirt, the Formula 1 t-shirt that they were so kind to give me, and hopefully there will be some more prizes in the future that I'll be able to win through the selfie contest. A big thank you to Benjamin Daly too, Tiamat Maduk. He was part of that selfie that won the competition, so a big thank you to him too. Yeah, so this brings me to the end of the weekend, the 2022 Belgian GP weekend. You can see Hotel de la Source in the background there. We had to take a very different route, and unfortunately the paddock got shut a lot sooner than it was shut in 2019 for reasons best known to the circuit organizers. Of course, everybody's in teardown mode and going to Zandvoort, so they would want minimal disturbance in the paddock while the engineers and mechanics dismantle the motorhomes and the engineering centers. So yeah, everybody was sent out fairly early on Sunday evening, which normally does not happen in Spa, but it is what it is. And yeah, I mean, it was quite a long route because I had to go under the bridge, ending up somewhere near Eau Rouge, and then making our way back into La Source. Actually, beyond La Source, this is the next roundabout after La Source. So yeah, making our way back into the taxi stand and then back to Hasselt. So I'll see you guys in the hotel room. Hi guys, well, the time here is about 10:30 p.m. in the evening, and I've made it back to Hasselt and back to my hotel room, the Radisson Blu. Well, unfortunately I did misplace my memory mic, and yeah, I'm having to shoot on the DJI Mimo app now. Hopefully with the silence in this room there won't be too much of noise removal that needs to be done in post-production. But yes, I would definitely need to find myself a new device for all the future content that is coming on my YouTube channel. But yes, coming back to the race, well, it was quite an eventful race, considering the fact that certain Max Verstappen was charging through the field, and the way he did was absolutely crazy. I mean, that straight line speed of that Red Bull was incredible. I mean, it was just whizzing past all these other Formula 1 cars. Also, I mean, you have to feel disappointed for Charles Leclerc with the tear off from the visor of another driver getting stuck into one of his brakes. I remember this happened with Kimi in 2013 in Belgium, when he was on this point scoring streak, which was a record back then, 27 races if I'm not mistaken. And then he had to retire after running wide at the bus stop chicane, and then they discovered that one of the tear-offs from the visor had gotten stuck in one of the brake ducts, the front brake duct. So yeah, it can happen to the best of the best. So you do hope that, you know, certain events and circumstances would turn in Charles' favor, because he's been on the wrong end of the stick, if I can put it that way. Anyways, summarizing all that has happened over the weekend, and I must say it's been a very wholesome experience, right from the fact that I got autographs from Mick Doohan, Jack Doohan, you know, and so many others that, yeah, I kind of tend to forget. Max Hummels, of course, today was brilliant. Kevin De Bruyne, who would have thought I would get to meet Kevin De Bruyne? So yes, there are a lot of memories that have been forged from this weekend, and a big thank you to Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps and Spa Grand Prix for hosting me for the weekend. A big thank you to Scuderia Ferrari F1 Team for all the hospitality from the Friday till the Sunday, to the hosts in the Ferrari F1 Club, who ensure that I'm treated quite well there, and yeah, overall there is so much more to say, so much more to talk about, but I am tired. I've had a fair bit of walking over the past 3 days, and also been sleep deprived, not sleeping more than 5 hours at best on any of the nights. So I really need to get some good rest, recover, and get ready for all that is there in store for me in the upcoming trip to back to Brussels, and then from there on to Paris. So yes. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this video and the experience overall. I've tried to cover almost everything that I could on a Sunday. Yes, the pit lane walk was a miss, but anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will leave the link to my social media handles in the video description. So if you want to connect with me on my other channels or my other social media pages, then please do. And there is a lot of updates. There are a lot of updates that you'll see on Instagram from the weekend, so it'll be chock-a-block. So yes, thank you so much, guys, for watching. This is Kimi Yang signing off from the 2022 Belgian GP weekend, and we hope and pray that this might not be the last race for us this year. Take care, guys, and ciao.